Hello everyone, this is your adventurer artist AJ Moore, and today I am here in New Braunfels, Texas at the lovely Landa Park, and I am looking for birds, baby. That's right, it's all about the birds, it's all about the birds. So join me on this adventure as we look for some birds here, and it's gonna be birdie too, because it's nature, y'all. Welcome everyone to our first fun-filled adventure. Oh, where are my manners? I am the narrator, and I will be accompanying our adventurer on his quest to find birds. Though AJ tries to be thorough, he sometimes misses things. So I'll be there to make sure he stays on task as well. Oh, and there he goes. I think I found myself a pair of wood ducks, y'all.
Wood duck.
Wood ducks, they're native to North America, good old USA. The male has a whole bunch of colors. He just has an array of colors. Now, a lot of people get these confused with the mandarin. The mandarins are a lot different. They have more of an orange head. But the male of the wood duck is just a beautiful, beautiful bird to look at. And the female, she only has a very delicate blue patch down on her lower feathers. But she's all like a nice brown with some white by her eyes. They're just a beautiful, beautiful couple.
Lovely.
Now, wood ducks, they pair up early in the year, like in January, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they get together and they'll stay together through the whole season. And they have about 15 or less eggs. They lay eggs. That takes about 30 days or so to hatch. You know, another thing about wood ducks that's different from a lot of these other ducks is their long claws. I mean, they have some long claws.
Logan.
Because they like perching, because they're always out in the woods. Ducks normally can't just perch on branches, but the wood duck is a lot smaller, and with those claws, he can grip branches really, really easily. So a lot of the other ducks can't do that, so they got to look up at him and be like, how you get up there? Can I get up there? They're like, nope, because you ain't got no claws, see? The interesting thing about wood ducks is that they love to live in the wooded areas, which is why they get their name, wood duck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they just hang out in the woods mostly, but they do come around water to eat and do stuff like that, just congregate, you know, stuff that ducks do. Let's go find some nests, shall we? Because wood ducks don't nest around here. This crude matter. We'll go find where a wood duck nest is. Or at least a good spot for one. We might even find some wood ducks nesting. Let's do it.
We might.
See this right here? This looks like a good nest for a wood duck. Wood ducks love to nest in either trees, like broken down trees, or holes like this, or even boxes. People build wooden boxes from almost like a giant birdhouse. But wood ducks love to nest in these things. Now, they'll lay their babies in there. And when the babies hatch, they have to bail out, have to jump. Sometimes these are over dirt like this, or sometimes it's over the water. And sometimes it's even up to 50 feet up. So imagine if you just came into the world, you just got born, and then you jump out and you have to fall 50 feet. And then your mom got to catch you up. Only difference is with wood ducks, they fall right onto the ground, the water, it doesn't matter. So good thing they're light, right? It's a good wood duck nest. Oh, okay, I see him now. It's a green heron.
Green heron.
Look how it's just stealthily just walking over there. They're very, very shy birds. Most of the time they like to hunt at dusk, just before dark, and they eat like fish. They'll even have a go at snakes, y'all. Have a go at snakes. They'll eat frogs and other amphibians like that, little lizards too. And also, they also eat invertebrates. And invertebrate is anything without a spine, you know, anything without a backbone. So basically a spineless coward. But they'll eat stuff like leeches and worms because they don't have no backbone. They're invertebrates, you know, and they're one of the few birds that'll actually use stuff to bait their prey. Like if you out here feeding bread, even though you shouldn't never feed ducks bread, but they'll get some of the bread and they'll put it down in the water and they'll wait for those little fish to come at it and they'll pop, got them. One of the few birds to do that. That's really, really cool, really, really ingenuitive. They even take sticks and leaves and just throw it down like, go on and get it, go on and get it, and pop, got them. Green heron, y'all, really, really cool find. Look at those long legs. Look how it moves around, just hunting its prey. Just being really, really still. And they got these really long necks. They can stretch out so they can see and look out for danger. Beautiful, beautiful bird. Green heron.
Just to clarify on why our adventurer said, do not feed ducks bread, it's because bread rots in the water. Rotting bread pollutes the water, it causes surface algae that kills fish, and furthermore, it causes diseases as well. Here's a list of foods that are safe to feed ducks. Cut seedless grapes, corn, cooked rice, peas, birdseed, chopped lettuce, and oats.
See over there, that's called a Greylag goose, AKA a gray goose.
Gray goose.
Now it's over there eating some grass. They just like to graze because they're herbivores, but they will eat little crustaceans or worms or grasshoppers, anything that comes around them. They will eat that too. But as you can see, they're really heavy. They eat about 7 pounds.
Dang, you thick.
This one is a solo one. Normally, they pair up for life, you know, like getting married.
I take my eye off of him 1 second and he's gone.
Egyptian goose over there, y'all. Egyptian goose. We're gonna try to get a closer look at him. So, the Egyptian goose over there.
Egyptian.
Actually, the Egyptian goose is not really a goose. It's actually a duck with a really large quack. Sounds really, really loud. Now, the males are identical as the females, but the male's quack is very hoarse and the female's is a lot softer. Now, another thing about these Egyptian geese is that they can nest anywhere. They can nest in trees, they can nest on the ground, just wherever they really want to. And they even steal other birds' nests. Just come in like, get your babies out of here, I'm taking your nest. And they'll lay their eggs right in there. And sometimes they have to fight off another bird. So it's really cool. Egyptian geese can be very, very aggressive, especially when it's time for having babies, getting down with little goslings and stuff. Oh, you better watch yourself. Woo, you better watch it. Well, you know what? I see some babies right now. Look, they got 2 of them. Look how cute they are. See how they real little fuzzy heads? They just walking along like a little cheep. They real cute, right? But those parents are so vicious though. Now the thing I was about to say, when they have the babies, both parents take turns taking care of them. They'll just look after them. They ain't gonna eat for you. They ain't gonna be like, well, here's some food, like, or throw up some food so they can eat it. They ain't doing that. Like, well, you guys on your own. You better get your own food. I'll look after you, but I ain't gonna feed you. So the babies have to fend for themselves. But the parents, both parents will look out for them so they don't have no worries as far as anyone walking up. But if you see them, just back off. Don't be chasing them. I'm telling you, they gonna get you. Don't test them either. Don't test them. All right, speaking of testing them, I'm gonna move on. They looking like they're gonna come over here now.
Our adventurer failed to mention that Egyptian geese are native to Africa. They were considered sacred birds by the ancient Egyptians as they appeared in their ancient artwork.
You see all those ducks over there? That's a whole group of them. Now, some of them are called call ducks, and call ducks were originally bred for domesticated use.
Call ducks.
But they normally have little shorter bills, and they're white. A lot of them are white in coloration. Now that big one over there, that's not a call duck.
Sure ain't.
These are all different types of ducks, and I can't say that I know all the different types, but we have mallards here.
Mallard.
The big white ones, I think, are I almost said Peking duck. That's not what they're called. That's actually something I could eat, but I don't want to say that too loud.
Actually, AJ is correct with his presumption. The Peking duck is indeed the breed of white duck that he has found. And yes, it is the breed of duck used in the popular Chinese dish, Peking duck. Yummy.
But there's all different types of hybrid because some ducks will mate interspecies. So we get these really, really cool hybrids. And then there's some ducks called runners. They have these really long necks and they run out like that. But what we're gonna do is just go find some other ducks that I do know what they're called. So I'm gonna make like a runner and be running. Glad I didn't scare him off. Over there is a muscovy duck.
Muscovy.
Now, the way you can distinguish them is they all have a red mask. The mask is always around their eyes. The males and the females have it. And it's called a wattle.
Waddle.
The mask is called a wattle or a caruncle. A
Caruncle.
caruncle is like that, what we used to call a goblet. Like on a turkey, it's like a goblet. It's like a goblet all over his face. Now, the males have even more profound one. And it gets a bright, bright red.
Sometimes it can get really large. I guess the larger the caruncle, the more dominant the male is. He's strong. He letting them know.
Females are a lot smaller, maybe about 10 pounds or less, and the males can get over 15 pounds, so that's a big mama. These ducks, they come from Mexico. They originated in Mexico, South America, and they were bred for domestication. That's why you see a lot of the ones with the white. The white ones are the domesticated ones. If you look at that bad boy over there, see how he's all black? He got it too. He's a muscovy.
Muscovy.
But you know what they call him?
Drake. You used to call me on my duck phone. All I want you quack at me.
But no relation, because the Drake is the wild ones. Those are the black ones. See all that coloration, the brilliant coloration. And if you look at him, he's almost like two-tone. Green on one, purple on the other. So if you look at him in the sun, he could be like, it's rolling up, two-tone swimming. Now, muscovies have like sharp claws. They can perch up on things similar to that of the wood duck. And when they get agitated or something, you'll see them doing this. And they keep getting higher and higher. That's when they're about to fight. Now, if it's like a standoff, they'll start wagging their tails or something like that and doing that head thing. But that's what they do when they're either trying to get a female's attention or they're trying to ward off somebody, because they can be a little bit aggressive, but never to people though. They're pretty cool. Yeah, the muscovy
Muscovy.
and the Drake, no relation. Y'all. Over there is a yellow-crowned night heron.
Night heron.
This is really cool to find in the daytime because they normally come out at night. They like to feed at night. They're out here looking for fish, crustaceans, lizards, worms, rodents, even rodents like mice. They also eat other birds. Ain't that crazy, y'all? They eat other birds. Imagine a bird just walking up on you in the night with that big beak and just bam. And anything that they can't digest and poop out, they'll just cough it up in the form of a pellet, like, and a pellet will come out, all the shells and stuff, because they can't poop it out, because that would probably cut up their butt, you know what I'm saying?
Gross.
So, man, look at that. These guys, they only have one brood a year, and they'll lay like 2 to 6 eggs, and they'll sit on them, they'll sit on them and look out for them, the male and the female, and then the babies will hatch like 24 to, maybe 30 days later. This is a really cool find, y'all. I don't want to scare it though. I mean, those eyes, look at those big eyes that they have on it. That's how they used to see those fish in the water, see those little insects, pow, knock them right out. Wow. Yellow-crowned night heron, and it's awesome. Yeah.
Indeed, that was awesome. But what's not awesome is that this wee lad is still falling.
So that was the adventure, you guys. And just like I said, we was gonna come here and we was gonna find us some birds. And that's exactly what we did, didn't we? Woo, it was good. So I hope you guys join me on the next one. I'm your adventure artist, AJ Morris, and thank you. And I'll see you guys on the next one. It's gonna be on, 'cause it's nature, y'all. So thanks for watching the video, guys. But if you really want to help me out,
I need you to do 3 things for me. I think you know what they are. Like, comment, and please subscribe so we can make a whole bunch more videos for you guys. Thanks again, y'all.